Before you guys watch this video, I want to give you a sincere apology, as what you'll see really probably about a minute into the video is that it goes out of focus. Totally my fault. I didn't have my coworker with me today, so he wasn't able to check the settings behind me. So I really apologize, but hope that you guys will tune in and listen to the interview. Very good, very fun interview with Brandon Williams. I couldn't ask him to do it again because he is leaving to go back to training camp. So bear with me. If you still like the content of what you hear, please like the video, subscribe, and always leave your comments in the video below. So here you go. This is Chris Jenkins, and I had finally the pleasure of having Carolina Panthers tight end Brandon Williams join me in the studio today. So appreciate you coming by, man. I just got a few questions, and then we like to give the fans a lot of interaction with our show. So we're gonna take some fan questions after my first few questions. But everybody likes to know what you guys did for the summer. So did you do anything interesting over the summer?
Not really, just relax, went to the beach a couple of times, took in some of this great weather that we got out here in the South, and that's about it.
Did you stay domestic with the beaches, or did you go ahead and go to the Caribbean or anything like that?
No, I stayed pretty domestic. I went to Charleston, and I went to Myrtle Beach a couple of times. That's about it.
Okay. Did you do any water sports, jet skiing, parasail, anything like that?
Nah, that's not really my thing. I'm a city boy at heart, so never really been big into those kind of things. Just being at the beach alone was good enough for me.
I'm finding out a lot of you guys is either one extreme or the other. You go all out like Josh Norman doing everything under the sun, or you just like, I'm just resting, getting my legs fresh, because once the season started, I got a lot to do. Speaking of the season, you guys got started with training camp. Been about a week now. What observations do you have from training camp as a player so far in this week that you guys have been down there in Spartanburg?
It looks like, we meshing pretty well. We got a great group of guys, and it's fun to see everybody come together and getting closer, just like one big family.
Now, you do have an injury, so what are we looking like on that injury?
I'll be back very soon. So,
you're supposed to be invincible. Swole bones can't get hurt, so I was surprised when I saw it, but I do hope that you recover and come back pretty soon. So I got a few fan questions that I'm going to ask you, and let's see. First one is, what life lesson did you learn when you went from not being able to play football to now being in the NFL?
Just don't take anything for granted, Nothing is guaranteed in life, so you got to really give everything your all and put God first.
All right. Sound like a good question, good response. Another fan wanted to know, how much leadership does Cam show on and off the field? I guess you get to experience that firsthand since you're on offense with the guy.
He's a great leader, being a quarterback and stuff. He really takes charge on and off the field, whether it's, bringing us together, getting us ready for training camp and stuff like that. So he's a good leader. He's a lot of fun, too.
He's a lot of fun.
Yeah, kind of goofy.
How good is he at video games? You played him in video games yet?
Terrible. He's not as good as he says. I mean, he's decent, but he's not as good as he thinks he is.
All right. Let's see. What things have you learned from tight ends Greg Olson and Ed Dixon? Greg's got to learn from, I guess. He's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, both Greg and Ed are great. I had Greg from the very beginning, and then Ed this past year, and with their veteran experience, I just learned a lot as far as being more comfortable and being able to relax when I'm out there, using good technique and fundamentals and stuff when it comes to blocking and route running. So.
Okay. Next question was about your off season. What did you work out on the most? I know from previous seasons I'd see you after practice working on your blocking. What did you work on? Anything in particular this off season preparing for this one?
Yeah, catching the ball. Just being more versatile with catching the ball, being able to catch the ball whether it's high, low, back, shoulder, whatever. Just on the jugs constantly, and even in training camp while I'm not out there practicing, I'm catching like 300 balls a day. So just trying to get better and definitely continue to work on my blocking. That's always going to be something that I can improve on, and just trying to get better every single day.
You feel like the blocking is your biggest asset right now?
I would say, I don't know. I feel like I'm a good receiver as well as a good blocker. Obviously I'm still young and still growing and learning, but I feel like I'm pretty versatile when it comes to both. Obviously I can get better at both, and that's my plan.
That was a bad question because there's not been one pro player that doesn't say I'm good all around. So that was a bad question. I got one more question, and then we're going to go over there to the Periscope. When I go over there, I'm going to ask you to hold the mic, see if we got any live questions that are coming in. But this last question, you probably could guess what it might be since you had a nickname of Swole Bones, right?
You wondering how did I get that name?
Well, not how'd you get the name, but as far as your supplements, your workout routine, what do you do to look like this cartoon character of a He-Man?
Can't give away all my secrets now, but just work really hard. Part of it is God giving.
Work hard. That's it. So you saying the rest of us ain't working hard?
No, not at all. I mean, I just been blessed. God has blessed me with the attributes that He has blessed me with, and I just try to maximize that by putting a lot of extra work in with my training, my diet, and my supplements and stuff like that. So
you sound like Boris Cujo. That's what he was saying. This guy, man, you gotta think. What you do? He made us what we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold the mic. I'm gonna go over here to this camera, see if we had any questions that we can answer for live.
Cool.
Let me see if anything is coming in. Let's see. We don't have any questions, so sometimes my thing messes up. So we have
It's all good.
We got a few hearts coming in. Some people watch the saved broadcast, but I will say this: you guys got the Miami Dolphins that you're going to be scrimmaging with. I think that's the first time ever that they've had teams practicing together before a game. Any ideas? Are you excited about that, or is it scary?
A little bit of both. It's kind of fun just to go up against somebody other than your teammates that you see every day. But at the same time, it's like, well, your teammates in practice, they respect you, so they're not going to try to take no cheap shots, so you never know what you're going to get when you're going up against another team in practice.
All right, I got one question. I think whoever had the previous question, please resend it, but they want to know, what is your favorite food spot in Charlotte?
My favorite food spot, I'm going to have to say probably Burger Company. That's kind of a tight end tradition. We usually go there before every game, so it's probably one of my top food spots.
What kind of food is that?
They sell like burgers and wings. They got some really good burgers and wings,
Okay.
Yeah. That's just one of many.
Would you give us another one? What's the second spot?
I like Bad Daddy's burgers. They got some really good burgers as well and shakes.
Yeah.
And then Chicken Coop, we go there a lot too.
So that's why you're thanking God for your body. You still like to eat whatever you like to eat.
That's only when I like to indulge. You got to indulge here and there when you work hard.
Okay. I got a question about your hometown. Which I actually forget what it is, we'll say, but they want to know what you think of Charlotte compared to your hometown.
I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois. I love Charlotte. It's a great city. It's a lot smaller than Chicago, but I feel like it has a lot to offer. It's growing. It has a lot of the good things that a big city has to offer, minus the bad things like the crime and the traffic. So I like it a lot.
We don't have a taste of Chicago though.
Yeah. I do miss the taste of Chicago, but I mean, gotta take the good with the bad.
This last question that we'll take is basically asking, what do you like to do in your free time? I'm gonna guess you just like to chill, but I'll give you the floor to answer that one.
I'm very competitive, so I love sports, whether it's going to sports games or, playing basketball or playing video games. I play a lot of NBA 2K and a little bit of Madden, so we're constantly going at it, some of the guys on the team, who's the best 2K and Madden player. So
okay. Who is the best 2K player? Outside of you. After you.
Outside of me?
Yeah.
It's tough, man. It's tough because we got probably between Cam, Joe Webb, and Philly Brown. I'd say those are probably the next best 2K players on the team, next to myself, of course.
You have a favorite team or player in NBA?
My Chicago Bulls, of course. Yeah.
So that'll conclude the Periscope. So I'm going to squeeze in here with you a little bit. So this is Chris Jenkins along with Brandon Williams. If you guys like the video, I always ask for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you'll be able to see the videos as soon as they come out. And if you liked it, make sure you hit the thumbs up. I think I found you on social media, but I'm not sure. Are you on there or not?
I have Instagram.
But you hadn't used it in how long?
It's been a couple months.
It's been a minute. So I'm gonna put it on the bottom of the screen how you can find this guy on Instagram. We're gonna do a quick photo shoot, so I'm gonna make sure he puts that picture on his Instagram so you guys will have something to follow. This is Chris Jenkins for CharlotteVibe.com.